What is up, guys? Today was an awesome win for us, and let me show you exactly what the logic was for these entries. Well, one entry, because we only took one trade, and that's the perfect kind of day that you want to have. So we've mentioned before that we were inside a weekly fair value gap. Same thing with S&P, but in fact we are in a daily order block, and so we've seen bullish momentum since Monday open. And the profile we're trying to figure out is, are we going to reverse today because we're in this high time frame PDRA? So I was looking for sells today, looking for price to react off of any sort of swing highs at this point in time. So if you look at Nasdaq, we took out our previous day high, but we were looking for that kind of move on S&P. S&P didn't end up taking previous day high because this looked like a nice draw. We had relatively equal highs right there as well. If we just go to the hourly, you can see much clearly. You can see right there we had relatively equal highs lined up with previous day high, and we thought, okay, we want to see price sweep that high and then, you know, push downwards towards London lows, but that remained an SMT though, so we did manage to get a sweep from Nasdaq with this swing high right here marked in blue. Let me make this more visible right there. This is the 15-minute. If we zoom down into the 5-minute, we're waiting for market to open at 3:30. Market open with this huge blue candle, as you can see, and that signaled for us a manipulation move. So as you can see, we were waiting for this high then to be taken out. That was our liquidity sweep paired with this giant SMT that we have here with the previous day high. So if you go down into the 1-minute, we have our sweep, right? We have our high time frame confirmation, and now we look for our inversions. We inverse this fair value gap, this one, and by the third one, that's when I was ready to look for a sell entry, because one of ICT rules is if you have 3 PDRAs fail, that's most likely the direction that it's heading towards. So I entered off of this break here, off this swing, you could say the break of structure on this swing over here, and then we placed our stop loss at the high, and from there price just dropped like a knife, and then we saw this reaction round about this order block slash low over here, and that's when we got a little bit scared and took our partial, which is perfectly fine because that lined up with our 1 to 2 risk to reward area right there, almost 2.5 actually. So stop loss was placed at break even. We did try to manage this trade, but very poorly. We managed to take half off at this partial. We placed our stop loss at this high, and then we started moving it around and getting very nervous, thinking that price is going to come up into this 5-minute fair value gap area, lining up with our inverse fair value gap, and so putting the stop loss right above there made sense. But we were moving it around and putting risk on, risk off, and I think we could have managed that a little bit better. And so we ended up with our stop loss at break even and getting stopped out, but we managed to bag some profits at least, so I'm happy about that. Let's look at the results on our account. So with that trade, we let's go. There we go. We managed to bag $35.38, As you can see, we made $33.25 on that partial. You can see we took that one contract right there and we took half, as I said, and then we put our stop loss relatively close to break even, and that's how much we closed on. And so far we are in profit for this week, and which is amazing. We haven't been having this kind of luck in a long time, especially when it's such a weird day like this, when price just moves sideways, makes this megaphone type of search and destroy type of movement. You can see all these wicks right here, but you can see we're still inside of this higher time frame PD arrays on both sides. So I'm thinking this is a very weird variation of a classic expansion. I still think we might see a reversal. Let's see what happens. But I'm really keen for tomorrow. This time load shedding will not stop us, because I know we had to stop at 4 o'clock today because load shedding for me, and that for people to understand, that is basically our rolling blackouts. Yeah, Eskom comes and puts our electricity off. So yeah, we had to end the session early, but I did manage to update you guys in some posts on how we did in this trade. And yeah, that's the logic behind it. We already suspected, as I mentioned, that this was gonna be a windy day because we saw Asian session getting taken out both sides with London session, and that doesn't generally fit well with our intraday profiles. So we are keen for perhaps a reversal or continuation of the trend. Only time will tell. But if we look at US 30, this has been something I've been looking at recently. US 30, if you look at the price action over here, we've just been trending downwards, kind of doing the opposite of what Nasdaq and S&P 500 is doing. And if you have a look at the monthly, I mentioned this gives kind of a hint of where we might be headed. Where we might be heading towards. This is a monthly fair value gap, if you can see there in this gray block. I think price is definitely going to at least enter that area. So I think maybe perhaps bullish for the rest of the month. We'll see. So yeah, just remember the rules, the lessons for today, and good luck with the rest of the trading week. I'll see you guys the same time tomorrow, 2:30, until we finish trading, which is generally hopefully before 6. So yeah, good luck with trading. See you guys tomorrow, and cheers.